kitties, check this shit out. So these are your intake manifold bolts for the upper intake manifold, and these have a spec of 89 inch-pounds, but they're compressing those rubber gaskets. Check this out. I don't know if this is, I mean, I'm sure this is normal, but I've never noticed that this is how this works, okay? Now I'm gonna have to hold the camera somehow. This is really interesting though, watch this. Okay, I've got them at 89. Torque wrench is gonna click here in a second. Right, watch me let go. Whoops, I'll do it again. Let go, see it? Because it's compressing rubber. I wish there was a better way to do this. Because I need two hands. Click, and if I could feel it pushing back on me, maybe I could do this. There we go. Watch this shit. See that? And they all do that. Now, I never noticed that before. Does it mean anything other than I just never noticed that before? It would make sense, seeing as how see it? Oh, for God's sake. Smart man would have a tripod by now. Cool, huh? I don't know. But it's compressing that rubber gasket, but that's what it's doing. Very interesting. All right, follow up to this video from Dr. Fatass, yours truly. So what's interesting to note about this, I never noticed it before, but it means that you could do it without a torque wrench, because the thing is only going to go so tight and it's going to spring back to where the rubber pushes back on the bolt on the fastener back to about where it was. Now, of course, on the upper intake, these are quite sensitive, so if you make it too tight, you're going to crack the plastic. It's just the way of the thing. But the way, you know, what it's sealing is this. This is an intake gasket, and the way this Magilla works is that half of it fits in a channel, in a channel of about that depth, and the other side that it's mating to is flat. So it's channel located, say, on the bottom, and it's flat on the top. As such, because your squeezing force is just compressing this into that channel, it can't not seal. It doesn't have anywhere to go. It's self-correcting. And you may have asked yourself in the past, why do all these damn fancy newfangled modern cars all have these fancy newfangled gaskets? And the answer is because that's better. It's better than an old, I don't know, a piece of cork that can tear or move or whatever. This can't move out of the channel that it's in, and it can't not seal. And it's self-torquing in that sense because it's going to push back on the fastener. It's quite clever. These are all over the Pentastar. They are in the throttle body gasket. They're in the cam phaser actuator has that gasket. The PCV valve has this gasket. The thermostat has this type of gasket. The dick has this type of gasket. Does the water pump? Can't remember. Transmission pump sort of has this kind of gasket, kind of, more or less. But it's just an improvement to what we've been dealing with since time immemorial. Okay, well, that's exciting. This particular one is, I forget who made this. They come in different colors. The Dormans are orange. The factory ones are usually blue, but the color doesn't matter. What do you care? You want to color coordinate your goddamn gaskets? Okay, there, we've learned a lot. That was purely educational. No functional use for this video whatsoever. I love you. Goodbye. She's a goddamn lovely man.